your tactics, then they're not going to work on me.
You came here for the truth. Here it is.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most pearl-clutching reveals in movies released since the year 2000. That means, sorry, Sixth Sense, you just missed the cut. And obviously, there will be major spoilers ahead.
I think I can go now.
Number 10. The Truth About Harlan's Death, Knives Out. It starts with all the trappings of the classic whodunit. The old, gloomy country house, the rich victim, the unscrupulous, money-grubbing suspects. Then, things take a turn at the half-hour mark when it's revealed the victim, Harlan Thrombey, wasn't murdered. After his nurse Marta accidentally gave him what was thought to be a lethal dose of morphine, he quickly put together a convoluted plot to protect her.
He's not here, Harlan. I don't know why he's not here.
He took his own life, staging it to look way more complicated and exonerating Marta.
And everything will be just fine. I promise.
The story takes several insane turns from there, but it's the movie's biggest signal that it's doing something very, very different. Number 9. The Real Ghosts, The Others. A war widow, Grace, and her light-sensitive children become convinced their house is invaded by undead spirits. That's the traditional storyline, isn't it? Family in a creepy remote house, dark corridors, unexplained events. Surely it's ghosts.
What have you done with my daughter?
Are you mad? I am your daughter.
You're not my daughter!
Well, it is, but in the end, it turns out the invading spirits are the living. Grace and her children are actually the ghosts. After being overwhelmed by grief, she did something horrendously unforgivable and later awoke thinking it had all been a dream. This one has really satisfying payoff if you pay attention to all the little foreshadowing moments.
She didn't kill us.
Children, if you're dead, why do you remain in this house?
Number 8. The past is actually the future. Arrival. When her young daughter dies in the first scene, we watch the movie through the lens of Louise Banks's grief. However, when she learns the true nature of the visiting extraterrestrial's language, all becomes achingly clear.
I know what it is.
What?
It's not a weapon. It's a gift.
Exposure to the alien language creates a disconnect in the way Louise experiences time. Some of her memories are actually of future events, including the death of her daughter. The trajectory of Louise's life is mapped out, and she has the ability to see it and anticipate all its joys and pain. Even with this foresight, the ending gives us the impression that she'll let things play out the way they were meant to.
Yes. Yeah.
Number 7. Woo Jin's Payback, Old Boy. This turning narrative adapted from a manga hit us with several gut punches. After being locked in a private prison for 15 years without explanation, Ode-soo is told by his captor, Woo Jin, that he has 5 days to figure out why he was locked up.
채점해 줄 테니까. 마감은 7월 5일. 아유, 다 쓰나맞네.
As it turns out, Dae-soo found out something about Woo Jin he probably would have been better off not knowing. Woo Jin gets his revenge on Dae-soo by manipulating events in order to make him fall in love with a woman who would turn out to be his own daughter.
나요. 이제 무슨 낙으로 살지?
The revenge is thematic in nature and probably one of the most dastardly plans in movie history. Number 6. Billy's Death, The Departed. The entire narrative of this 2006 crime thriller works because we're rooting for Billy Costigan, the South Boston tough guy who had to become a bad guy to be a good guy. As a mole in crime lord Frank Costello's organization, he susses out Costello's own mole in the police department, Colin Sullivan, and is about to bring him to justice.
Some sense in you. All right, just act professional. I can get you your money.
What did you say?
I can get you your money.
Just when you think Costigan's gotten away with it, bam, another crooked cop shoots him to death. The good guys do eventually win, with Costigan's colleague taking his revenge in the movie's very last scene.
Okay.
It doesn't make the moment any less impactful, though. Number 5. Leonard's Identity, Memento. This is a story told in reverse order about a man avenging his wife's violent death. The film consists of several black and white sequences, as well as some in color, which adds a whole other layer of confusion and mystery. In the end, Leonard is revealed to have already avenged his wife's attacker. His contact, Teddy, is an officer who's been exploiting his condition, pointing him in the direction of targets Teddy feels are worthy of some extrajudicial punishment. Not only that, but we're also confronted with the realization that Leonard is responsible for his wife's death.
Your wife surviving the assault, her not believing your condition, the torment and pain and anguish tearing her up inside.
Suddenly, everything we've just seen clicks into place.
You're gonna pay for what you did. Beg forgiveness, and then you pay.
Number 4. Amy is alive and mad. Gone Girl. What starts as a mystery thriller about a man having to prove his innocence in his wife's disappearance takes a nasty and delicious turn halfway through. Based on the bestseller by Gillian Flynn, Gone Girl is notable for the revelation at the midway point. Cool and sociopathic Amy Dunn reveals that she has faked her disappearance to teach her adulterous and inattentive husband a lesson.
And my lazy, lying, cheating, oblivious husband will go to prison for my murder.
Not only that, but she's made a little game out of it that only he can play. The monologue where she lets us in on her secrets is a barn burner of rage, cultural commentary, and sheer wicked fun at her husband's expense.
Grown-ups work for things. Grown-ups pay. Grown-ups suffer consequences.
Number 3. The Snap. Avengers: Infinity War. Generally, in a superhero movie, we know how important it is to stop the supervillain's evil plans from coming to fruition. There wouldn't be a movie if there weren't high stakes. What would it mean if they failed? Few superhero movies ever really went there.
One to go.
The third Avengers movie, however, definitely went there. Having completed the Infinity Gauntlet, Thanos snaps his fingers, and many of our beloved heroes across the Marvel Cinematic Universe turn to dust before our eyes.
Up! This is no place to die.
T'Challa, Wanda Maximoff, and even Nick Fury are just some of the victims. Worse still is Peter Parker, who at just 16 falls apart in his mentor Tony Stark's arms.
Please, I don't want to go. I don't want to go.
Even as it's happening, you still can't quite believe it. Number 2. The Sunken Place. Get Out. You go into Jordan Peele's masterful suburban horror knowing something is not quite right with Rose and her parents, Missy and Dean. Our first real glimpse into the evil is the Sunken Place, the dark void where Missy sends Chris during an intense hypnotherapy session.
Sink into the floor.
Wait.
Sink.
Here, he experiences the existential horror of being trapped in his own body and unable to control it. It's completely harrowing, for Chris and for us, and that it happens so early in the story really sets the stage for just how wild this ride is going to get.
You live in
The sunken place.
Now you're in the sunken place.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. The Housekeeper's Husband, Parasite. The housekeeper reveals the secret she's hiding in the basement.
이게 다 뭐야? 압니다. 황당하신 거. 저라도 황당할 것 같아요. 같은 일 하는 사람끼리 그저 충숙이 언니.
Teddy is a patient, Shutter Island. A U.S. Marshal's entire investigation is revealed to be an elaborate treatment plan.
You've been here for 2 years, a patient of this institution.
After everything I've seen here, Doctor, you really think you're gonna convince me I'm crazy, huh?
The Bride's Daughter, Kill Bill Volume 1. Bill reveals the vengeful protagonist's presumed dead daughter is still alive.
One more thing, Sophie. Is she aware her daughter is still alive?
The Button, Drag Me to Hell. Just when Christine thinks she's safe, the curse returns with a vengeance.
Hey!
we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Minutes from Rescue: The Mist. Bloodthirsty, tentacled monsters shrouded in an otherworldly mist have swarmed the world. As David, his 8-year-old son, and a group of survivors escape a besieged supermarket, destruction rains down around them. With only a few bullets left in a revolver, rather than face a painful death, they decide to take their lives. The burden falls on David to do the deed, and he mercy kills everyone, including his son.
We gave it a good shot. Nobody can say we didn't.
Then, in a cruel twist of fate and irony, the mist parts. The military is on the scene, beating back the monsters. The group was only minutes from rescue when they took their lives, and we were left gripping our armrests in complete disbelief that the movie actually went there. Which of these reveals had you questioning everything? Let us know in the comments.
Don't speak to them! Why? They're dead!
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.